Johnny got a toy golf set when he was 3, and from that day on, he was hooked. All he wanted to do was golf, golf, golf. He'd be on the links before school, after school. All he ever wanted was to go pro. And then, one day, when he was holding his grandson and thinking about his 12 handicap, Johnny realized it just might not happen for him. But you know what did happen for him? He switched to Geico and saved a bunch of money on car insurance. So that was good, and so was hanging out with his grandson. Johnny got a toy golf set when he was 3, and from that day on, he was hooked. All he wanted to do was golf, golf, golf. He'd be on the links before school, after school. All he ever wanted was to go pro. And then, one day, when he was holding his grandson and thinking about his 12 handicap, Johnny realized it just might not happen for him. But you know what did happen for him? He switched to Geico and saved a bunch of money on car insurance. So that was good, and so was hanging out with his grandson.
Hi, this is Jim the Keys bartender. Oh. I thought you were pointing out.
Go ahead.
Hi, this is Jim the Keys bartender coming to you from the Catch Restaurant in Key Largo.
Jim, the overeager Keys bartender.
The overeager? Well, I thought you were pointing at me, man.
No, I was holding my head, though.
I was like this. Oh! It was like, yo, slow down.
Wait till we get a wait till the thing stops.
Okay,
we get a signal.
We're coming to you from the Catch Restaurant here in Key Largo, where it's happy hour 3:30 to 6:30, Monday through Friday, with great happy hour specials, 75-cent wings and all that good stuff. 75-cent wings, shrimp, oysters, clams. We got special drinks, draft. Oh man, look at this stuff.
We got bourbon,
golden
we got
elixir,
beer.
the most brown and brown liquors.
There we go.
Yeah, and yep, and great food specials through the restaurant. On Wednesdays, meatloaf
I didn't know we had
day.
grapefruit.
And a lot of people ask, why would you come to Key Largo and have meatloaf? It's actually meatloaf's more like for locals and visitors that don't eat. What are we?
Meatloaf's fantastic.
It is fantastic, but when we have
just
delicious
don't let your
seafood-
meat loaf. Don't let your kumquat.
Don't let your kumquat. Don't. That's why it's episode 93. We were going to call it Rectum Damn Near Killed Him, but
But we went back to the orifice and we analyzed.
No,
it.
it's called. It puts the lotion,
to see if we
lotion
couldn't
on
figure it
its
out.
skin
There we
to
go.
put on with the very interesting.
So the
it's
lotion I've
interesting
been
when you
putting
see
on
people
my
look for it.
skin has been Tux medicated.
Yeah, Tux medicated.
We
pads,
talk about. You
man.
know what? No ice cream. Let's not lead off.
Dude, you're
with
sitting,
ice cream.
You're sitting in between two musicians.
I know, and I called it
and
Rectum. Damn near killed him.
And it's a constant
Hey, you know what?
complaint.
Let me explain something. I'm a spin instructor. You know what we do? We sit in the saddle, and you know what?
You don't
moves?
do a sit
You know
and
what
spin,
moves
do
a lot?
you?
Yeah.
Your ass cheeks.
Yeah.
And they can get chafed too.
Yeah.
But you keep it dry and you keep it tight, and it's
and
all
tight.
good.
Man,
Dry
that's
and
the way to
tight.
go.
You don't have to talk about Tux medicated unless we're getting paid by him.
Well,
Dude,
see,
if I could get sponsored by
Wait,
Tux,
I got
golden.
to send out tomorrow. My girls come back. My Abby, my wife, and my daughter Sky. They're coming back
So
from
what you
Poland.
going to cook them tomorrow?
They're going to be coming back at 11 o'clock at night. I got to go and pick them up.
I would be hungry at 11 o'clock.
Okay,
at
I'm gonna
night.
have food ready. I'm gonna go shopping tomorrow. I'm gonna get. This is what
Maybe you
courtesy.
should
They
do
were gone for
something
3.5
other-
weeks.
Have some
I'm gonna
waters.
stock it up. I'm gonna stock it up, and I'm gonna have pre-prepared food ready. You know what? I'll
Yeah,
probably
no, and-
prepare 2 different meals. That's a great idea. I'll
Have
freeze some up.
Have some waters in the car and have a couple sandwiches
Yeah,
when
that's
they get off the plane.
Yeah, man. Something that they didn't get over
Yeah,
there.
no. That's
man.
why I'm
Like
going to
a
do
road-
that.
Like a
I'm going to
public
have, and I'll have some prepared meals because I work a double the next day on Friday, so they're going to be home probably sleeping in
There you go.
most of the day. But
Did they
this
get
one-
jet lag on the way there? Or once they got there, I never
Not
get jet
as
lag.
much. It's not bad going over. It's worse coming back.
I never get jet lag.
Wait a second. So they're coming back. They're leaving in the morning, right? And they're getting here 11 at night. So if you don't sleep, it's one day.
Yeah, it's one
But
long
it's a lot.
ass
It's
day.
one very long day.
Well, it's like you cross the date line. So when you leave here to go there,
Yeah,
you get a day.
it's not like
you lose a day, but when you fly back, you gain a day. So.
That's right. And we're not, being in Keys, we're not unique. We are fortunate. We got 2 airports. We got Miami
Airport.
International. What?
you got the Marathon Airport. You got the Key West
What was that?
Airport.
Your accent's superior to mine. I know that. Definitely superior to mine.
I left me drums at the airport.
I left my drums at the airport. You sound like the Beetle Man.
Oh,
You ever meet the
God.
Beatleman?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's because that's something off a Hard Day's Night.
Yep.
Well, they're coming into Miami. They are coming to Miami.
said
I have to
coming.
remember.
There you go.
Remember that.
There-
They are coming
Miami.
into Miami. They're going to be in Miami.
Hey, Jimmy.
Going
How
to
you
go and
doing?
pick them up at
What's
9
going
o'clock.
on, bub?
Hey, that's all right. When we saying hi to people, we can just move it away just in case.
Shit, that's what I forgot.
Say
hi to
I'm
everybody.
getting high.
I know,
man.
but we don't, because we are near the door.
Well, actually, today wasn't too bad. Never mind. I won't say nothing, man. Fuck it.
Okay. Well, I want to say how much I missed my girls. They're coming home. I miss them. I love them. And I know you're going to be going. It's over in Poland. It's 5 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock at night. They're going to be up for a time. I want to say hi to my family over there.
They always know it's cool to whip out their pen.
Oh, really? You're okay. Let's not. Okay. Don't mention. See, that's where you got to worry about.
There you go.
Your
Oh,
stuff.
you did good there.
You don't want to necessarily talk about that. But my girls are coming back. I'm very happy to see that. I also want to announce that on the August 22nd, we're going to have our 100th episode. We're going to have a party here. I'll figure out how I'm going to pull that off. But
Yeah, okay.
we're going to
On a Wednesday?
on a Wednesday.
On
We're going to do a
August
special
22nd.
extended edition.
There you go.
Extends. You know
Extended.
extends? You know about extends?
I know all about
It
it.
makes
That
a man
guy-
longer
no,
and
man.
firmer
That dude,
for her
Smiling
bust.
Bob, was all full of shit, man. That dude got busted for
Oh, that
credit
guy?
card fraud.
You got one. Yeah, no, I'm not singing. You don't want to hear me singing. That'd be a horrible mistake. Horrible mistake. That would be like
No,
me
man,
being
that
like,
Smiling Bob dude and that whole company, man. Didn't you see? It was on American Greed, even, man.
There you go.
And so like these
That
guys.
was, wait, but that wasn't that for. What was that for?
I have no idea.
No, it's because
Fine,
what they
Vi-
would do.
Viagra.
No, it was for that Extends product.
No,
man. They had the
Extends was Jimmy
NASCAR.
Johnson.
Yeah, he wasn't his fault. He just
Smiling
the
Bob was the
Extends
one
guy.
that was kind of. No, Smiling Bob was.
He was
Viagra.
still part of the Extends thing, man. No, Viagra was fucking Bob Dole.
I'm Bob Dole.
No, that was years later.
I got a boner and I passed out because all the blood rushed from one head to the other.
What?
Good old Bob Dole. I like Bob Dole.
I'm Bob Dole.
You know what?
Whenever I get a hard on,
you know
I need
what?
a blood transfusion.
In relation, and you know what? I'll piss off any Trump supporters. In relation to what we have now, every Republican before is awesome.
Dude, you got scream
I'll
bloody
tell
murder.
you something. I'll tell you that.
You scream bloody murder on all of
Reagan
them.
went
It's
up.
Comrade Trump,
Reagan
man.
went
It's
up.
Comrade
Reagan
Trump.
went up 25%. 25% of my thing. Dole, Bush. I dream of the years of Bush.
Dole only ran.
George W. Oh, and George C. Forget it. I like George Senior anyway. I like that guy anyway. I don't know why we're getting off topic on
I
that.
don't know, man.
But that
We were just making
jokes.
jokes.
Bob Dole. Bob Dole was a real hero, though.
Yes, he was.
I think
Bob
he was
Dole.
injured in Italy during World War II. I like that fucking
Oh,
dude.
there we go.
Okay, but let's get back.
There's more
to-
people.
Oh, there we go. Speaking about
man.
putting the lotion on his skin, there's the guy for that. Hey, we
you
were
go.
just
Get some
talking
beer.
about on August 22nd, we're going to do our 100th episode. We need you here for that. Yes.
There you
Wear
go.
something pretty.
Bring
Because
that-
we
bring
are
that new coupe.
on the radio or the internet. And
Hey,
no,
he's
we're
a-
probably going to have it live streaming on that.
He's a
Well,
funeral
folks, we're
director,
gonna have
man.
it-
He's got the
that's
got
the
fucking
Keys,
premium suits,
the Keys
man.
mortician or the Keys funeral director
Undertaker.
or the Keys Undertaker.
There you go.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
he just
That's
came
his
in.
wrestling name.
That's his wrestling name.
Yeah, that's when him and his wife were
he
tag
could put,
teaming
he could
in
put
bed
Jackie
and
could
stuff.
put him in the sleeper hold. You know, right, Jackie? Okay. But and
She does a double
He just
ball
gives that
cross
raised
on him.
eyebrow.
Yeah,
and it's
give it a
like,
raised
yes,
eyebrow.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
We had a gentleman. What was his name? Jim. That just came. Not Jim. The guy before him with the Hawaiian shirt, the silver hair. Doesn't matter. We know him. He comes. in
Who
here
walked
doing
by?
everything. What?
Somebody walked by earlier.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. This is news to
I
you. isn't
forget
it?
shit
He said hi
before
to
it
you
even
during the-
happens, man. He did.
Okay, I know. Yeah, he's like a
I
goldfish.
probably waved and
It's like
said
talking
hi
to,
too, man.
Yeah. It's like talking to goldfish.
But,
No, that's all right, Luke. Look,
No, I'm kind of like
things are
I'm that
happening now.
special kid,
It's
man.
better-
Be my
new
friend.
events occur, and new experiences, and we could talk about them. what worries about the past. But what came up out of that? The
up.
gentleman said he was going to his wife's family reunion.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Family reunion in South Dakota. Which is
South Dakota,
diametrically opposed to.
I've played
Key,
all over
I guess,
South Dakota, man. Do you know what?
What's
town?
the opposite of the Keys? South Dakota, maybe.
No, the opposite.
Or
of
Indiana?
No.
Would Indiana be?
No.
Utah.
Salt Lake.
Okay. Yes.
In the United States.
Because they're over.
What would you think the
religious
opposite of the Keys are? Utah?
Oh,
you're kidding me?
She's talking climate.
Geographically.
Yeah.
Climate.
She's geographically.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that is right. Attitudinal, not longitudinal.
But attitudinal.
Attitudinal.
I'm thinking Utah.
Different
from the Keys. The gentleman
well,
and his
I don't
wife
know.
were in
It
South
depends on
Dakota.
who you're talking to.
But
Hey,
the
man,
thing,
so
the
you
thing that
guys
we
still
have in common,
salvage,
the thing we have in
prosthetics?
common with South Dakota and Utah and Washington and stuff like that, the small towns, the Keys are a community.
Yeah, we are.
We are small. We do have a lot of visitors, but I think that in comparison to a lot of other places, those people, if you go to, let's say you go to, it may happen. It may happen, but
No, you're fine.
what happens is the people take on our attitudes
shit.
and like they try to be keysified
Maybe.
when they come down here.
Yeah, could
like
be.
while they adopt the music, they adopt the clothing and all that stuff, and we don't have to convert. We're an amalgam of the country.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like
pretty
here
much.
I am from Philly. You're from New Jersey, Tucky.
Yeah, pretty much.
New Jersey, Tucky, and
We
West
are South
Virginia.
Georgia.
No, whatever and stuff like that. And that's where we, like, obviously in any of our neck of
Here, let
woods.
me get Tony a mic, and I'm going to grab another one.
Okay, here, Tony. Let me posit an idea to you. Oppose an idea.
Okay.
Reposit
A deposit
or a reposit?
to a sperm bank. Okay? No, not that. I'm talking to Luke Tony. Oh, that makes Luke put his mic down to take a drink. So the gentleman comes up. He mentions that he was visiting outside of state, going someplace else. And he says, I always feel as if when I'm away, I love coming back home to the Keys. And there's one of the people that live here. And you know what? There's a lot of people that are seasonal.
I love coming too.
A lot of people that come for vacation, and they just adopt that persona of the idea of the Keys, and we have our own feeling of what the Keys should be. And it should be like when we're out. Forget about what our beliefs are and our deep core beliefs. But when we're out, we're having a good time. We're accepting of, a lot of different people.
What are you talking about, man? We're one of the most self-destructive destinations, man. We are the epitome of enablers, man. We enable people to come here and drink themselves to death, man. There's a lot of that.
Well, you know
No,
what?
really, man. Or drink and drug.
You got to remember. Listen, I came down. Oh yeah, I'll give you a
there's
little.
some of us
let
that
me
have
give you a little.
survived for a while.
Let me give you my personal story once again. Within 3 months arriving down here, I was in AA for 7 years, Luke. I was sober for 7 years within 3 months. And you
Athletics Anonymous?
Alcoholics Anonymous.
Oh, and then you turned
For
into
7
a
years, I
spin
went sober for
instructor.
that.
See, you should have went to
And-
the Athletics Anonymous, not the...
I know.
Never
I
mind.
know. What I'm saying is that it's unique to our community because we have a vibe, a feeling, and the people that come down when we're outnumbered, they still try to adopt our culture.
Right.
And they don't try to. A lot of places, which is somewhat unique. I know there's different places where they do that. But in a lot of different cultures, people just maintain their culture. Come down here, they try to adopt something they think that's a Keysy culture.
Right.
And yes, I did come down here, Luke, thinking that I was coming to a place that it's not inappropriate to come down and start drinking heavily at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Well, and it's not. You can still, I get up in the morning and I take the garbage out and I have a beer. That's my reward for taking out the
I
garbage.
said drinking heavily. I didn't say having a beer.
I see. I've always had to have a moderate temperament because it's more important for me to put on a good show playing music.
That's why within 3 months of being here, I went to AA.
Well, depending on how you define heavily. And I've got a friend that
I'm talking about drinking a bud
Well,
and a bourbon, a bud and a bourbon.
I've got a
bud
friend
and a
that
bourbon.
you would never know he drinks this much. And to me, it's heavy drinking. So he wakes up and he has 2 Bloody Marys with breakfast every morning. Okay, and then throughout the rest of the day, he drinks like a Busch beer, not a Busch beer, but like a 30-pack of Busch beer.
What from throughout the day?
Correct. And then about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, he switches back over to vodka, and he drinks the vodka until probably he's ready to pass out. And he gets up and does this every day. And if you saw him, you would never know that he drinks that much until the end of the day. Because when he's at the end of the day, he drinks until he passes out. So like the last 2 drinks, he's stumbling. But prior to that,
Yeah, you know what? I understand that. If you
That
build
actually
up a
got
stamina,
me out of a DUI in South Dakota. I
you
explained
build
to
up
the
a stamina-
officer.
If you build up a stamina like that you could keep on doing that
yep.
all day. That's
Well, he moved to the Keys when he was 20, and he's in his 60s now, and he's been doing it every day since. So
that's amazing. That is amazing. I knew guys that worked at a department of a city of
DMV?
Philadelphia department. They'd open up the drawer and they'd have a bar
yeah.
underneath.
Well, I know guys that can drink Bud Light all day long.
No, what the story Tony told. I'll just give the quantities: 2 Bloody Marys, a 30-pack of Busch, and then
Back to
vodka at
vodka.
vodka at the end of the night.
Yeah,
That's his daily regimen.
Yeah.
Okay, for
no.
20 years,
You know what?
I really
About-
did drink a
about-
case of beer a day, but
when I was
my
really
day
sick-
was
Yeah.
16 hours long.
When I was 60, when I was 20, in my 20s, I did that from the time I left work to I could do like maybe 12 beers and
Right.
a bottle of bourbon a night, and I thought I was killing myself, and it that sounds like leaving Las Vegas drinking.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
You ever seen a movie Leaving
yeah,
Las Vegas?
yeah, with
There you go.
Where he
Nicolas
goes in
Cage.
that
But I have to say,
and
It
I'm
was
not,
a blonde
I'm not
chick.
romanticizing it.
Those-
We are doing what.
those Busch beers and those Busch Light beers, that's pretty much like drinking water.
Yeah, it's kind of, well, it's Bud Light, the same
30
thing.
pack.
Yeah, but they're full of fucking preservatives, and
hey,
that's
Bill,
more
a
harmful
30
than
pack.
what
Yeah.
little bit of
I'll-
3.5% alcohol that they have.
If I'm doing a double, I'll easily drink a case of Bud Light.
Do you drink? Okay, let's go. On a long Saturday, would you drink 2 Bloody Marys?
No, I would not
a
drink
30
that.
Pack? No, but think of all the liquor.
Yeah.
Because in a Bloody Mary, the way people pour their own drinks,
Yeah. Oh,
it'd
yeah.
be like 5 beers.
Yeah, I
It'd
know.
be
That'd
5
be,
beers worth of a thing. So there's 10 beers, 30 beers. So that's 40.
No,
I-
no.
I-
If
I went-
if I start,
I went on a cruise. Let me explain.
yeah,
this
no.
on
if
a
I start
cruise.
hitting the liquor
When-
late sets, all
when
bets
I
are
went
off.
on the last time we went on a cruise, I bought the liquor package, and I was like insulted that they said 15 drinks
Right.
were the limit. And then I realized after 9 days that 15 drinks, and I'm not a super big dude. I'm a big dude, and 15 drinks. Twice I was able to do it. Twice.
There
and
you
I
go.
regularly do it twice. And the rest of them I'm thinking 12 is maybe, where you're feeling really okay and stuff like that. But that 15 thing, I thought that was arbitrary. I said, okay.
that's-
And they were
that's
doing,
me
they
on,
did
on
me
an
a
empty
favor.
stomach, maybe. I'll stop at 15 on an empty
No,
stomach.
no, but a day in and day out for 9 days, no.
Yeah, that's going to be
No,
that's
I've
going to be a
done that
bunch.
my whole life, actually.
I can sympathize
That
with
guy
it
has a
just-
super liver. He has a superpower.
I can sympathize with it just a little bit because, I don't take my pain medication. I drink beer instead.
Yeah.
And I found myself drinking 10 to 12 beers a night. And I was like, I was fine, and I was
No,
like,
I
that's,
see-
that's too many beers.
Oh,
So-
that's it.
Oh,
No,
I know
that-
exactly what
They
that
just
is.
had it fixed, man.
That's what it was doing all night.
Here.
That was doing all day. It's
Let me
working.
fix it.
That means it's working, Mark. That's the fan going. I think it's awesome. It sounds like it's ready. Our beer cooler's ready to explode.
So at any rate, they hired a rent a truck to repair the cooler, and the guy is like a AC refrigerator repairman, but they're
Guy's
like
awesome. Do not
instead
trash
of
it.
instead of
Don't trash
like,
our AC guy.
paying real money to somebody that this going to show up
No,
sober.
no.
Right.
Why are you trashing the place?
No, I'm saying this is how it works in the Keys all over, man. Believe me, I've been electrocuted on more stages down here because they hire rented drunks.
No, but this guy is not a drunk that did it. The guy, when he works during the day, he doesn't drink.
Yeah.
I know the dude. I know the dude.
Well,
I've known him for 11 years.
I can sympathize with that as well. We got to get the roof fixed on my office, and so a roofer came out. And I guess the handyman that works for the company found out we needed a roof, so they called me on my cell phone talking about how they could do it for half of the price of the company that they worked for. And I guarantee you, I don't know the person. I don't even remember his name. Yeah. I don't know how he got my cell phone number.
Did you take it?
No, I didn't.
Well, for one, it's illegal for them to even do that.
Correct. Yeah.
You have to have
a licensed contract.
Correct.
Which is kind of weird because of the way Florida's laws are.
Well, you know, up until recently, I completely disagreed with the whole contractor's license and pulling a permit and stuff like that because when I bought my house, I did all my work myself. Yeah. I wasn't worried about it. Then when the storm hit and it blew the front of my office off and took the roof off, I understand now why they need a contractor because whoever fixed that place in the 80s, they literally stuck newspaper and, you know, that insulation stuff you put on pipes. We don't have it down here because it doesn't get cold enough. But you go up north where it gets cold. It's that
it looks like the pool noodles.
Yeah, it looks like a pool noodle.
Oh, they put those on it.
They put that in between spots because they didn't feel like putting a 2x4 in there. So there was a 2x4 here, a 2x4 here, and a giant gap. So they just stuck a pool noodle in it.
Well, you know.
And
then put like. But in my defense, man, when Hurricane Rita came by and it sucked the ass end off of my little travel trailer, shitbox trailer.
Ass, right?
It didn't suck it all the way off, but it left a 2 or 3 inch gap in that foamy shit.
Oh yeah,
set to seal it up. I swear to God, it didn't leak or anything. It was awesome because now we was able to fit a queen size bed in the place.
There you go. A little bit of extra space.
And I'm guessing shade tree carpentry has come a long way from the 80s to now because I watch these guys fix the place. If I would have done it, I'm not a contractor.
Yeah.
It's a concrete block building. Okay, yes. So the spot, which was 3 feet between the header and the window seal, in my mind, should have had another header put in with concrete block and stuff like that.
So for the uninformed, the header's a main support.
Beam over an entrance or a window.
So we're not losing our people. It's okay.
Thank God that fucking thing.
Explain it plainly. Is that down here you got to be serious about your construction because when the shit starts blowing, you don't want it falling down. Remember yesterday we did the episode on our earthquake beds.
Yeah.
You ever hear about earthquake beds?
I saw some online the other day. Those things are dangerous.
There's a patent. There's an active patent out. I don't know if they ever sold those things. I mean,
like a general patent.
I know, a patent like it. Like the one that George Foreman is giving great advice for. You want a former heavyweight champ to give you, hey, George, where do I know to get a patent? Because you fucking got your name on a grill?
Yeah.
On a grill? I mean, I love the guy. I love George Foreman. I love that he named all his kids after himself.
Georgette, Georgina.
No, George the first,
George Jr.,
George the third, George the fourth.
Wait! Don't your kids have to you can be George 1 and then
correct?
Your firstborn
No, but
George
you can name them anything.
Then it has to be up to George 2.
No, you would think, but no, he kept right along.
He just put a
number behind the name.
Suffix. He just put a suffix on it.
Hey, number 4, come here.
Yep.
No, I do.
On those earthquake beds, and I don't know if this is what you talked about the other day, but the first time I saw those online, the first thought that came to my mind, especially the one that I guess comes up like a clamshell.
Yes. Oh my God.
So I'm
a coffin, right?
Well, what I'm thinking. So what happens? Because those things are motion.
You're talking about sex, bigger sex.
Motion activated.
I said it. What if you're fucking jumping up and down on the bed?
Well, that's too. Yeah.
And your head's above.
Yeah.
And it closes out, and they come in.
Hopefully you're in the part of the clamshell that doesn't meet up evenly.
That's exactly. I mean, because I can envision some stuff going on.
I know we came up with all the different ones.
I
got the submarine bed.
Decapitated.
Listen, I came up with the alternatives: the submarine bed when you're on a cruise. So if your boat sinks, you don't have to go out to your life raft. But the problem is, if you sink in a particularly deep part of the ocean, the whoever's doing the rescue effort has to weigh the importance of coming down to get you.
Right.
Or, oh, my God, it's going to be a $50 million effort, but this person's only worth $1 million.
Well, they have something.
Or if you have 5 people in your house and you got to pay $100,000 for the bed, and you go and say, who gets the fucking earthquake pay?
Exactly.
Or why not just, if you have all that fucking money, just move to a place that
They
doesn't
don't have earthquakes?
If you have all the money to buy an earthquake bed.
Well, you know, with the submarine
Good
bed, though,
luck
they did
finding
something
any
like
place
that.
that
What?
has no natural
What's
disaster.
the submarine bed?
There's a resort, and so the resort's underwater, and each one of your rooms is designed that if the resort leaks, it seals a bulkhead, and your room detaches, and it floats to the surface. So it's a resort
That was, oh my God, was that Octopussy?
this is an actual real thing.
No, but
though.
Octopussy, they did an Octopussy?
I don't know, I'm not
I
old
just
enough
want
to
say
watch that.
Octopussy as many times
Okay.
as I can. Octopussy.
But yeah, it's some kind of resort that, you know, you have to...
Was it,
Octopussy,
for your
octopussy,
eyes only?
octopussy,
For your
octopussy.
eyes only? Was it for your eyes only?
For your thighs only.
Yeah. Are you going back up?
Yeah, you thirsty?
Looks like you're wait. Delicious. I can't do one right now. That'd be Bud Light. Tell them to use the same glass. I'm always about using the same glass. 'Cause
Exactly.
A chilled glass versus a new glass.
Do you want him to spit in it first before he fills it up?
No, not 2 girls in a cup, buddy.
Oh, no.
That's not
That's a
it.
little
Well,
That's
scary.
disgusting.
a real man has
Hey,
the
look it.
bartender
You
spit
know-
in his drink, man.
The closer I look at you, the more you look like a Jesus to put on like 70 more pounds.
I'm fat
Bill?
Jesus.
Not fat Jesus. I didn't say fat Jesus.
I'm fat Jesus.
You're not fat. You're not fat. You're a
Large
robust,
Jesus.
You're
You are
a robust man. I would say
You're like robust, like the
Okay, so
pizza
since
sauce.
Jesus looks anorexic in all the photos, that would just make you like an
no,
average
very
looking
lean.
Jesus.
Well, they
I
fucking
am
walk
fat
every
Jesus.
place.
that
But
would make
do.
you look
And
like a
you're
real
Jewish,
preacher
too.
that got fed everywhere
You're
that
not
he
Jewish.
went.
You do look like if Jesus made it another 24, 20,
20-something years.
because he was 33, I think so.
There you go.
22
Yeah,
years.
if he made another couple decades, we could have
And
the
you
same.
fed him a couple more roast beef sandwiches a day.
I'm thinking
And a couple beers.
probably a whole lot of falafel.
Falafel's
Well, I
good.
don't think that. Oh, they may have falafel.
Yeah, I'm
but
pretty sure
I think
they
it was
did,
a lot of
man.
lamb.
A lot of lamb.
A lot of fucking lamb.
A lot of lamb, a lot of
A lot of
couscous.
lamb. A lot of you know what? Not a lot of beer, man. You would have had a hard time.
Yeah,
thing.
I
Drinking
probably could have been doing the wine.
Yeah, you would have been drinking wine, Spolioli.
When was it that they discovered beer?
Beer
Oh.
was ancient. This is what I think. It was. I think it was Egypt, and when they put the urns or whatever the containers they put the weed in, that whenever they had a leak,
They-
and
they
the water
flooded,
got in,
yeah.
they
Right.
fermented, and you know what? I bet a bunch of times they just threw it out, and somebody, you know what? On a dare or something, they said,
Yeah, definitely
hey,
a
you
dare.
know
I'll
what?
drink
Why don't you
that."
drink it? And all of a sudden they go, I feel a little weird. And they go, hey, this isn't so bad. And then they started going, okay. And they
Well,
had to do it a couple times.
there are
And then
some,
there's that, like one person did it and said, I don't feel really good, and they got sick.
Right.
But someone had to do it twice. I think someone had to do it twice. And this is my speculation as a historian.
Well, that's how everything is. You either discover something or you get a warning label.
Yes. Yeah, like, oh, you don't put your head, if you have a baby, don't put their head in the bottom of a 5-gallon bucket. It's a, they have the pictures.
My
on it.
favorite
We
one
talked
is,
about this
yeah,
before.
my favorite one is not to use the hairdryer in the shower because you know somebody had to have done that.
Oh, that's fucking great. Oh, my God. And going like, well, it's probably
Or-
someone that was fucked up.
Or the
Depend.
one on your car, it says to shut the engine off before taking the fan belt off.
No, but if you see an electric and hey Tina, if you see
Yeah.
an electric charge traveling through the air, you know that sucker is not a certainty of where it's going to land.
Yeah.
So if you speculate of a moderate intelligence, you're a moderate intelligence, you might think,
That's asking a
oh
lot."
my God,
Yeah.
this may not be a good idea. Oh, but then people putting but then again, electricity is something new. For about 100 years ago, it had to be something new.
Correct.
And then tubs came around, people said, "Oh, I can listen to my radio. And lay in a tub."
No,
and
or
then
not.
I can drop it in there when I figure out Donald Trump got elected.
You know,
God.
there was a photo that floats around. It's been out there for years, but it's a modern photo. So these guys,
like the guys with the hot plate and all the floaties.
yeah.
That's great, man. I
Well,
love
the
that.
best part
What's
is so it's like a cooking
Oh, I
plate.
gotta see this.
And it's in a pool or something with floats on it. But the best part is the cord wasn't long enough. So there's a surge protector on a flip flop because those float plugged into the hot plate. Floating in the pool.
Is this a joke?
I have no idea. It was on the
Well, I
internet.
mean, I guess maybe the dispersal of the charge.
Well, no,
in
I
a
mean,
pool?
you could honestly,
Can you electrify a whole pool?
you can, but you'd have to work at it.
yeah.
I know. I don't know if there's enough charge in that, but
Yeah, you'd have to work at it.
fuck would you do that? I mean,
Why
why would you
not?
put it to? You know what's great with the battery? Anything that has to be charged. When it's probably going to be a problem in the future
Right.
when they develop batteries that are much more powerful. But if it's rechargeable battery power, put it in the fucking shower if you want. You may
dude.
kill it if it's not waterproof,
Yeah.
but it's fine. It's not gonna do anything.
We used to wrap up big caps, big start caps,
Yeah.
and we wrap them up with wire, make sure it's all, and then
Yep.
charge them up, and then toss them at people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What?
We did that in technical school.
Tech school.
Okay.
You throw somebody a big capacitator
Like
that's
a big
Oh, my
start
God,
cap that's
yeah.
got a charge on it.
1,500 microfarad fucking capacitor.
Yep. They grab that.
Charge that
bang!
big motherfucker
That'll
up.
stand your hair up.
Oh, and if you ever
I
reached
don't
behind a
understand.
TV set that had
grab a
tubes
drink.
in it with a big fucking cap,
Oh yeah.
Hey,
and
Sean,
especially when you understood that ground wasn't ground was B
Oh.
minus.
Dude.
It was
no. Yeah, we
280 volts below ground.
yeah, we before we played old electronic stuff, the old Class A amps, all the hand-wound amps, man.
Yeah.
Before I even started looking at doing anything on those, I put a bleed wire across everything, fucking drain that right down. The first time that you reach in there and haven't done that, whoa, that'll get your attention.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's almost fun though to charge one of those up and lay your ball sack across it, man. That'll really wake you up. If you have a hard time waking up in the morning, man, just hit yourself in the nuts with a fucking charged cap.
Okay, wait. Let's get this straight. If I took a taser, a handheld taser.
Well, I was just about to mention that this is basically what a taser is.
Yeah. Can I just do that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, a taser
Later on,
though
I
has
would-
what they
you know
call
what?
a
Yeah,
fucking
if
multiplier.
If we're
in
gonna
it.
do it, I will. I don't know. I don't want to
In-
see your ball sack, but I
In
would
diesel
love,
mechanics, we
That's why it doesn't
talking
have
about
any
those
hair on it
capacitors.
anymore.
So
You
our
know what, Luke?
our
I'd be
teacher
afraid I'd
was
kill
really
you.
bad about having a
You know
plumber's
what?
crack.
If you're
So-
a younger man,
There was
I
these
might
two
tase
metal
on your ball
prods
sack,
on the
but
chair
you know what?
with
I'm
the
not gonna
legs
do
that went
Luke.
to it. So, but it was completely
Luke, I would
separate,
never
the
do
two
that.
legs. So we connected it to there, so that way when he sat in it, it connected the current. He fell for that so many times. It's not even
Tony,
funny.
you know, during that
He
whole
did it
thing,
on purpose,
During
you
that
know.
whole thing, I mean, halfway through that description, I was talking about tasing Luke in the ball sack,
Oh yeah. Well,
or the taint.
Yeah, you
What
guys
would
go.
hurt more? What would hurt?
You guys
No,
go ahead and
man,
have
no.
fun
I mean,
with
no,
that.
wait,
I'm
the
gonna
balls
I'm gonna
hurt.
pass on that.
No. Let's see. If you took
Now you put a lead on
this
both
is
nipples.
definitely the low.
One right
this
on
is
your
a-
bunghole.
This is a low bar. we're
and
gonna
one
need to-
on the hoorah ring, man.
Yeah, okay. I mean, because the balls, if you get kicked, are tough. But if you get a taser to them, is it the same feeling as getting kicked?
No,
Or is
no,
the
it's a
taint-
lot
I
more
think the taint's a little more sensitive.
hey, speaking of getting kicked in the balls, how many female listeners do you have? Because I heard this awesome joke the other day, and I don't want to piss them off.
I
Well,
don't know, probably a few.
I would have to
Are you talking
say
about
any
kicking a woman
female
in the
listeners. that
No,
listen
no.
to
So,
us.
you know, women always say that men don't know what it's like to give birth to a child.
Yeah.
And men always say, well, it can't be as bad as being kicked in the balls. And women always say, well, why is that? Okay, so I'm assuming you all have met women that have had a child, but yet they do it again, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever met a man that got kicked in the ball and says, you know what, I think I should do that again?
Wait. Okay, well, this is where we learned today.
That's
at
great
Rotary.
logic,
I learned at
man.
Rotary. No, here's the logic here. Because there is a payback from the birth thing. You have a child, and the child grows up to a responsible human being. There is nothing good that comes out of being kicked in the balls. What do you think of that argument?
That
Pretty
it's
fucking
not
solid.
worth it.
No, but you get kicked in the balls. There's nothing good that comes out of it. If you have a child,
It all comes down to
then
worth.
you have love the rest of your life. If you raise your child,
Not
right.
with these children nowadays.
They're not. Hey, it's not all or nothing, Tony. There's some good kids out there. Yo, are you saying there's no good kids?
I didn't say there's no good kids. I just said that the odds are against them.
I'm just saying the product of the action of the idea.
But in and out, side, up and down, and
that
then
a
all
good
of a sudden
night?
a kid comes out, and all of a sudden, it's.
I think that's
everybody's
actually
worried
the
about.
amount of
No,
timing
everybody's
that
worried
Luke
about.
puts in the sex right there.
Everybody's
It's about
no,
3
wait.
seconds,
Right.
And then there you go.
2 pumps in a squirt, and then you got somebody that's like, holy shit, I got a baby
Oh,
that
I
I
missed
don't
on
even
it.
want, and then it's like somebody else saying, oh well,
Spoken just like a guy that doesn't have a baby.
your body ain't your own.
Hey,
We're going
listen,
to tell
I never
you
had
what
one.
to
I
do.
did have
because-
a-
See,
a
men, we
wife
don't
that
carry
one.
babies, so we don't have to worry about it. But we tell women what to do with their babies
Okay, maybe
all
we're
the
not gonna
fucking
get
time.
Yeah,
man.
okay, I agree.
And that's just bullshit, man.
Okay.
And it's not that
You
I'm
know
into
what-
murder and all that. I ain't into that. But god damn it, sometimes.
We want to do
man.
another show after this. So if you get really crazy, because we had a lady blame us today, old German lady that blamed the Allies for carpet bombing Bremen, Germany during World War II.
Well,
And I
we
go,
did do that, but
I know we did, but
she totally forgot.
Someone did
letting them-
instigate. Someone did instigate
Yes,
that
yes,
action.
they totally forgot
Someone
about
with
the
a
B-1
small,
rockets
with a
that were
very
hitting
small
London.
mustache, a small straight mustache, instigated the aggression. Whether you want to or not, she was angry about the blanket bombing of Bremen, and I go, some guy's talking to her. I said, "Listen, don't when
You were
someone
blowing up white people.
no, she was 80-something years old, and I said, listen, when someone's on the side of Hitler, you know what? There's no argument with her because they have pretty hard feelings. They have
The
pretty hard
truth
feelings.
is, where you
Don't get hard
stand on
feelings.
a subject often depends on where it is that you sit.
A buddy of mine today, we were just talking about. Someone said he looked. This sheriff's deputy looked like Tiger Woods, and I said, "I bet you think everyone of something different than you looks like someone you'll blanket
Right.
and same as them." And they said, "I bet every skinny Asian guy with a long beard looks like Ho Chi Minh to you." And Ho Chi Minh, he goes, "Oh, you mean
That's
the
like every
you go
white
like
guy
the-
with a
you
long
mean
white
it-
beard looks like goddamn Gandalf to you. I've been waiting for that one for a long time. You finally set me up for that.
No, you look like fucking Gandalf. He looks like Radgast because his beard is
We
white.
all look like fucking wizards to
I
him.
just have a thing. No, there's a whole bunch of different wizards in
Now,
the.
I'm still laughing because this was probably, 2 months ago when me, you, and Jimmy were on the same stage?
Yes,
And
yes.
we went in the whole tirade about, I am not him, he is not me, we are not each other.
Who's
You don't-
Jimmy?
Hawkins.
Hawkins, man.
Fucking Jimmy Hockey's half each of your weight.
No,
Yeah.
no, man.
But no,
see,
it's
people
long beard.
mistake us all the time because of the beard.
So we got to do the whole tirade about,
So
yo,
all
get your shit
voices-
straight.
Even
up
your
there.
voices are all different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We know. We don't get ourselves confused.
What's going on? Right?
Jimmy's going to bitch about
Do his voice.
food.
Do his voice.
No, actually, man, and rest his soul,
You just
man.
did it.
The only one
He's
that
not
could.
dead. You don't say God rest his soul.
No, Mike DiMaggio could imitate
Oh,
me
dude,
and
he
Jimmy
could
Hawkins like
do
you
the best
wouldn't
one.
believe, man.
I don't know. I'm getting a pretty good Luke down. Man.
Yeah, I'm pretty easy to do because
Yeah.
You got a guitar I can borrow.
Where are we right now?
Hey, I
Are
broke
we
a
all
string,
ready
man.
to end
What the
this and
fuck?
take a little break?
Oh, we got a couple more minutes. We'll
couple
go,
more. Okay,
go a few
let's
more
end that on time so we can do. We're going to do 2 episodes.
Okay.
So, and we're going to take a short break.
Are we going to do a commode episode in between?
Yeah,
Are you gonna
we
do-
are going to do a commode episode in between.
What's a commode
Provided that damn
episode?
thing's not
Commode
locked out.
episode.
We're not doing a show from the bathroom.
No.
Oh, come on, man. A commode episode is like, okay, years and years ago when I was a teenager and I was experimenting with different jobs and stuff, I ended up doing a job on a construction site, blah, blah. So we all got shit-faced the night before. And so the next day, man, up at 6 o'clock in the morning on the job site, man, all of a sudden I had one of them fucking, you either shit now or shit yourself. So I'm running for the Porto John, and I'm traipsing along, and they got the fucking ropes up for where we're going to dig footers and shit. Boom, I trip over one of them fucking footers, man, or fall down. Yeah, it was a beard hair. It's still here. Yeah, man, check it out. It's a beard hair.
Dude, man, those things show up everywhere.
And so I ended up tripping over the thing, and I fell down. And as soon as I hit the dirt, man, boom, I shit myself. That's called a commode episode.
Oh, okay.
Anytime you inadvertently shit yourself, that's a commode episode. Anytime you wake up in the middle of the night and go, oh, shit, I just pissed myself because I was so fucking drunk.
Oh, there's a shart, and I heard shart.
We got
I
shards,
dude,
man.
man.
Shards is when you think you're going to fart,
and you're going
to...
The older you get, the less you trust farts, man.
Oh, man, you can't trust a fart when you get old, man.
I've been
Even dead
I've been
people
holding steady
fart.
the last 7 years. 7 years.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
because you don't
steady.
use enough witch hazel down there.
No, I mean holding steady, I said.
Yeah.
What,
That's
because I don't use enough? What,
Witch
do you
hazel.
want more of it?
That's because you're doing that
No,
sit
holding
and
steady is
spin
not
class, man. If
I don't
you didn't
have
do the
I
sit
don't
and
have that.
spin
I
class.
I mean, I know now not to eat as much Mexican food for questionable.
No, he sits on the sit and spin, and it shoves his hemorrhoids back up, man. That's what's good about the sit and spin.
Sit and spin? What the fuck's a sit and spin?
Your little spin.
Oh, my God.
bike
You don't remember those from a kid, man? You sit on the thing and you spin around?
Spin class.
Okay, I got
It
it.
was a 70s version of what you do now. But it required a little more loop.
I do remember the sit and spin. The sit and spin with a little plastic thing you sit on and shit like that. And then you get
There you go.
do it so much you drink a lot of soda.
I'm glad that's what you guys were thinking, because my mind went completely somewhere else.
Something sits on. Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
okay. Well, listen. I think you said a couple more minutes. I think we're there.
We're close enough.
We're close enough.
Yeah,
We're
we got
gonna-
2 or 3
we're
more
gonna,
minutes, and it's going
end
to take
this
us 3 or
episode
4 minutes to shut this
93.
thing down.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna start. Well, I think we should end it pretty quick because we have to do another one. So
No, I gave us plenty of time for the drunken rambling to go on.
okay. Well, he just walked away. We're the second episode is going to be very exciting.
Yes,
we're
it
going to
will.
do 2 episodes today. There's Marianne Warren. There we go. Whoa.
And
Hey,
she was-
Marianne,
oh.
we're doing a second episode, so we're going to bring you guys, you and Jen in, and Jackie, too, for the next one. No,
Oh,
but
God,
you can tell
we're
them
gonna
about
get
spin
women.
class. And Jackie came with Marianne to the spin class this week.
Oh, good.
We're going to be taking a short break, going into our second episode,
4.
94. Okay.
In
this
other
is
words, we're going
one.
to take a wee break.
a
Weed break.
Yeah,
this
short
is
break,
a
a wee break.
A wee break.
Weed.
Well, yeah.
Or we could just say, hey, we're going to go touch ourselves in an impure manner for a little bit. We'll
There
be
you go.
right back.
Well, that always works.
Oh,
I'm
what
up
a
for that.
jerk-off thing to say.
No, I'm always up
You
for
know,
that.
No, get
I
it.
was just-
I said that's a play on words.
Oh,
I was just trying to. I was just trying to.
sometimes
I was just trying to stroke your
don't
ego.
Make it through there.
Dude.
You said so we can touch ourselves
I know.
in an impure way, and I said, what a jerk off thing to say.
I know. And
And
you
I-
fed us the perfect straight
I fed you the
line.
line.
You fed us the perfect straight line, and we both
Okay.
just blew
No,
it.
no. Here's the response, man. Well, you
Oh,
can stroke your own ego, man.
Oh, that's a good one.
There you go.
That was a good
That's
comeback.
rich.
Well,
Okay, I
okay.
like it.
Let's
Oh,
wind this thing
it
up.
took you a minute.
No, it didn't even take me a minute. You just was still blabbing on
There you
about
Oh, stop it. Don't be a hard ass.
whacking yourself.
Don't be.
Okay, well,
I
let
came
let
up with it so quick you couldn't
See, he
respond.
came up,
I came. Oh. Okay.
2 pumps and a squirt.
Oh,
can't
now there you
Hey,
go.
he can switch hands and
Look at
gain a
Jim, the Goose
stroke,
bartender,
man.
and turn it over to Bill. We could.
There you go. We're going to wind it up for this one. We're going to be back in a few minutes. It'll be a good old time. What is that, episode 94? I don't know if we have a title yet, but I'm sure we can come up with one shortly. Thank you so much. We do appreciate you all hanging out and listening. And we will be back in about 15 minutes if you're listening live.
And don't forget, Bill has manners he ain't even used yet.
Dude, I got manners I didn't know I had. Well, I'll see you guys later. Thank you very much.
Oh, dildo would be this one. Dildo.
Johnny got a toy golf set when he was 3, and from that day on, he was hooked. All he wanted to do was golf, golf, golf. He'd be on the links before school, after school. All he ever wanted was to go pro. And then, one day, when he was holding his grandson and thinking about his 12 handicap, Johnny realized it just might not happen for him. But you know what did happen for him? He switched to Geico and saved a bunch of money on car insurance. So that was good, and so was hanging out with his grandson.
Geico presents Yikes, another voicemail from your roommate.
Sup, roomie? Hey, a pipe burst in the basement. It's completely flooded. Anyway, I called for someone to fix it, but in the meantime, I was thinking we could finally have that indoor pool party we've always wanted. I got some cool swan floaty things already going. Could you pick up some chips on your way home? Later.
The Geico Insurance Agency could help keep your personal property protected, like if your roommate isn't the brightest pool float in the flooded basement. Visit geico.com to see how easy it is to switch and save on renter's insurance.